You cannot hear me now, right? Can hear you not? Can Wow, back end can hear. Okay, fantastic. We're live actually. Yeah, I can't play music. People will think like, because I haven't learned how to. Let's just like, let it roll a little bit. And then I will do the countdown, the 30 seconds countdown. And then I will come in and then I will talk. I said no pressure, but actually I have very pressure. There's so many things I need to multitask. Like, do you want to go for 2? You can't even tell how long we have been live. Let's see. Okay. You help me check now when if everything is okay. Is it live? I think so. It's live. Yeah, 3 persons watching. Fantastic. Hey, actually, people can hear me talk. Okay, I need to mute myself. All right. Our Grace, our loyal supporter, is always here to support us. Hi, Grace. I see your comments. Hey, Ernest, please share. Hobby Kakis. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Before we hit lunch, really happy I'm doing this. So excited. Actually, quite nervous because I'm multitasking. So apologize if there's any delay. Okay, mine is not getting focused. Looking fat right now. Anyway, so today I'm very happy that I've invited some of my students to the live stream. And actually, I thought like giving it a title, like if not, there's just be a random sharing, right? So I thought like maybe this could be like a student, my student films kind of sharing. I actually did a quick banner. Let's see, like hopefully I can continue to do this, invite more of my students to share. So whoever is tuning in, my past students, my current students, I really want to showcase and put you guys more in the limelight, so that more people can actually watch your wonderful creations. Sometimes it's not about the perfection, it's not about, but really about the kind of hard work, the process of making a film, the intentions behind the film, the great messaging, because this batch that later I'll be inviting these students, this batch I'm going to invite their fellow classmates as well, but I didn't tell them yet. Sometimes it's like a Murphy law. I don't want to like say first and then I don't do it because I've done that multiple times. So that pretty sucks because you kind of like maybe dishearten some people looking forward to it, right? So nowadays I just like to like ask someone if they are willing to do it. Let's just get down to it and then we just do it. That sort of thing. Okay, so today I've been like promoting for the past 3 days. I think 4 days, 3 days. Talking about this film called The Gents. Okay, so we're doing live stream. We invited the director, the cast, the producer, the art directors, the assistant director here with us to share. Okay, so later, the rundown would be I'll be inviting them onto the stage to do a quick introduction of themselves. And then we will follow by a screening. And then there will be a mystery guest. So meet this mystery guest. It's a fellow friend. Also an educator, but more importantly, he is a veteran screenwriter, film director, even producer, and sometimes he cameo in his films as well, in also some other films. So he to me, he's very versatile, he's into dramas. Later I'll do a proper introduction of this friend of mine, okay, who is a film director and a screenwriter. But you know, he's got a lot of weight. He will like maybe make fun of me what I meant by weight. But not literally, but really holds a lot of weight and respect from me as well. So later I'll introduce this mystery guest. My students doesn't know who this mystery guy is. They were thinking like maybe it's Jack Neo. So it's not Jack Neo, but someone who have worked closely with Jack Neo before and even currently. All right, so before we go into the film, let's invite my guests now on stage. All right, shall we? So I'll just like one at a time, just based on this image lah. The director, the cast, the producer. So at least we don't flood the screen. All right, sorry, I have to multitask. Are we all good? What's so sad? Who's so sad? Cheryl, yes, we have Cheryl in. Now, the first person I'm going to invite is the writer and director. His name is Ernest. Oh, wait, I need to take out my banner. 1 minute. Hey, Ernest.
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ernest, come, do a quick self-introduction of yourself.
Hi, my name is Ernest. For this film role, I'm the director and writer, and my full-time job is a musician.
All right, musician. So, full-time, as in how long have you been a musician?
Oh, I think I in music line for music and music education line for 16, 17 years.
Wow, 16, 17 years.
Yeah, quite long.
Wow. Okay. Wow, I didn't know. See, when we're going through the course together, I don't have that time to like chit chat and to get to know you more, right? So now I know you're in 16, 17 years in the music industry. So what's your forte like in terms of the instruments that you play?
I play mostly guitar, but also every other instrument that is not wind instrument, meaning nothing to blow on. Cause I need to sing and play at the same time. So if I do anything that is like saxophone or something, then I can't. So I don't learn that lah. But bass, drums, guitar, keyboard, yeah, everything else I can play a bit. Cause I need to write song and arrange.
Nice. So wow, you also arrange and write song because for the performance, is it?
Yeah, and one of your friends, he was saying hi to you yesterday when I was talking to him, Mr. Boy.
A boy. Okay.
Yeah, he said you are a very good man. Yeah, I wrote the days, his film that time. I'm the song. Yeah, I'm the songwriter for a main theme song.
Oh, I love that song. It was performed by which musician? Which band was that? I forgot. Forest something,
Forest.
right? Black Forest. Yeah, I think I remember the Forest.
Oh my God, that's my band.
Okay, I need to like find and share the screen right now and then play. Oh my God. Anyway, this is our session, man. So for those who are listening, if you can bear with me, let me just go and find it. We have to do this, because it's, well, you just throw a bomb here. Hopefully, I can find it. Tell me some keywords. The days. Music.
My freedom.
Theme. My freedom. All right, let's try, because my freedom. I type my forest. Okay, sorry. My freedom. Yeah, if James comes in, he'll make fun of me. Okay, let's have a quick playback. Just. Oh my goodness, I didn't know. This was for you.
Yeah.
1 minute. There's two versions. Let's play the main theme one. The This My Freedom, which is the music video. No, I want to play the actual one. This is 12 years ago. Yes.
Yeah, the forest one is the one that boy take.
It's shot by Ye Xiang, if I'm not wrong. The DOP, which is also a student. Right now, Ye Xiang is the DOP.
Yeah, that time was Randy, I think. Randy.
Yeah. Randy, my director, and Randy Ang. Yes, Randy also directed 2 movies. Right now, my comments here, we have a producer. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for joining us in. All right, let's do it, man. Let's before we introduce the rest of the member, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to share the screen now.
Oh no!
12 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, this is 12 years ago. My Freedom by Ernest have been a songwriter all this while and a musician for the past 16, 17 years. So this is his band. Is it disbanded already now?
Inactive lah, but still here.
Fantastic. I love this music, back then. Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, wait. Did I sorry, I need to stop sharing, like, just like Zoom. I think I forgot to tick that share audio. See? Blur me. Lucky I remember now. Alright, now the audio is shared. If not, we cannot hear the audio. Let's just see. This is written by Ernest. Here we go. And his band. Were you singing inside?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that was you? Goodness me. Okay, let's play it. Here we go. So, guys, no sound, is it?
Yeah.
There's no sound. How can that be? I shared sound leh. Wow, I see, that's why. Wow, just started only the music. No, it's okay. Let's try again. Let's try again. Wow, this like, wow, the guitar starts already. I'm like excited already. I'll play it again, guys. I play it again. Just bear me, 好多东西是值得等待的. Okay.
Oh.
I think application wise they don't let me share sound. So maybe what I'll do is I'll share my entire screen. Okay. So please don't look into my all personal stuff. I will just free up my screen here. My goodness, theater mode. I hope this works. Let's try again. Sharing screen one. Be careful, share screening. They will hear themselves. Oh, okay. Now I think the audio is working. We're gonna go full screen. All right. Just go before the music starts. I think it's about here. Here we go. Oh my goodness, I'm like wow, we cannot play the whole song. If not, we shift direction, Today is more my mystery guest meeting. My mystery guest meeting. But oh my goodness. Okay, for those who are interested, check out the days. Right now I'm teaching at Euro Ribbon. They know about this movie. And they're like, oh, they watched this movie and they were telling me about that movie, So you can check it out. It's called The Days 岁月 directed by Boy. And this song was written by Ernest. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So much surprise. Okay, we'll come back to Ernest after we do our screening. So, we can chat more. Thanks, Ernest, for sharing. I hope you do more original film soundtrack. Especially
you need
more...
Yeah, you need music, can call me.
All right, man. Well, I'm just so shocked. Okay, now, let me quickly look at the next person we're going to introduce is the cast of this short film, the Gents. Some of you might have seen the 1 minute teaser. The Gents, this person acting in it. Let's invite James. Okay, let me just get him in. Hey, alamak, James, don't do this background. Yeah. You
give the
like
kind of very
man.
spiritual feeling. Okay. I change back.
Yeah, don't have so nice house. Don't show such nice house lah. No, just kidding.
This is the real house.
The real house.
人家是 HDB，怎么变人的？
哇，这个很美的，这个美国嘞，不是？
没有了。
Okay, just kidding. Okay.
Hi guys.
I think hello, hi James. Now do a quick introduction of yourself.
Hi guys, my name is James. This is the first time acting because of Ray. He's got this. He's given us this opportunity to act in this show. So in my real life, I'm actually I'm actually an MC. I've been doing this professionally for this will be the 13th year. this will be the 12th or 13th year. I enjoy making people laugh on stage. Yeah, so that is what I do. It's a very exciting project to be on lah, and really thank you, Ray, for putting us on this platform. We're really very
Hey,
very
no,
fortunate. We're very happy.
don't sing all praises to me. It's really all about you guys, okay? So later when Choi comes in, right, then I'll start the show. But now I want to show what James actually do. You know, sometimes when people introduce themselves, they don't really properly introduce themselves. See? And of course, because I think naturally we are all kind of shy. We don't want to, you know, wayang the word or to boast about our achievements in here. So later I'll prompt you more about what James do. But let me just quickly read out for those who can read. You can read, but you know, I just want to read it anyway. So James is not just a host, not just a presenter, or even like had the opportunity to act. I think it's not thanks to me, thanks to the director who decided to, you know, have him act in the film. So not only James appeared on TV, so as one of the finalists of Singapore Idol Season 1. Okay, so if you guys find James good looking, wow, or familiar because you have seen him on TV before, and also a lot of offline, online activation of his presenting gigs, which is he's actually a seasoned host, right? And the presenter. So he's also a trained speech and drama coach and a wedding singer. Although I haven't heard James sing, looking forward because he's going to be on another show, which is next thing I'm going to promote later. So he has worked with international stars. You can go to his website here, mcjames.com/v2. You actually see that, you know, he hosted Jackie Chan, hosted a lot of international stars. Okay, so for those who are looking to, you know, get good-looking, seasoned, entertaining hosts, look for no one other than James. Well, I'm like selling for you. Anyway,
thanks for the plug.
that's just the whole idea, right? That people are like, hey, come on, show us the film. We're here to see the film. But nope, let's talk more about these guys before we show the film. But of course, sorry, my guest, I'm going to quickly show the film so quickly. So that's James. Later we'll come back to James, okay? Let's just get the next person, which is the producer, Choi Ting. All right, producer, so important. All right. Hello. Hi, Choi Ting. Do a quick introduction.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Choi Ting. I'm the producer for this film. My first time being a producer. So, same thing. I'm a musician. Been singing for 5 years about there. Yeah. So, actually in the same band as Ernest, as in like the current one. Two of us SG 二人世界.
All right, the two of us. Okay, now since you talk about it, there you go, the two cute couples. All right, so let me just quickly read it out. So the 二人世界, wow, goosebump, a bit like too romantic really. But if you want to get into their actively, you know, performance, you know, they are really engages really well together as a husband and wife. They're acoustic duo, so they does a lot of acoustic music. Maybe please add on if I'm saying anything wrong. So you know, from corporate and the D&D events, weddings, and really popular hangout venues. Popular hangout venues are like pubs, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
so bubbly, energetic, fun. With, you know, both of them are actually doing a lot of live streaming performance as well. I was like popping in their performing live stream. I think 2 days ago or last week. I forgot, man.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. So I don't know. I copy paste. The smiley face I also copy paste inside. Anyway. So please check them out on the Facebook. They actually provide a lot of all this like free performance online, so you can support them, okay? Because during this pandemic, it's difficult. All right, okay. I think you all saw some. And you all cannot see my back end. Fantastic. My director's in already. I think to remind me. Hey, my two seconds. Okay, King. Okay, how say like I'm going to show you the film very soon. So please support Choi and Ernest. Next, I'm going to introduce the art director for this film. All right, so none other than Choi. No, not Choi. Sorry, Chia-Ling. I'm nervous. Come, Chia-Ling. I'm gonna unmute you. Please take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm Chia-Ling here, and I'm the art director of this film. And first time being the art director. Thank you, Ray. And I actually now doing the like full-time study. Then, but previously was an accountant for like 10 years. But during the free time, I also singing. So it's a freelance singer as well.
All right. Actually, this introduction is so important. Why people are thinking, are we coming here for a film screening from filmmakers? No, these guys are not film trained. This is their first film. So that's, you know, look at the film later. So also to my mystery and invited esteemed guests to check out their film later. So Chia-Ling, thanks. So a quick plug for Chia-Ling as well. Later we'll do a plug again. So Chia-Ling's been performing since the age of 18. Might not be as 16, 17 years like Ernest, I think. But she's versatile. She's like super versatile because she can sing English, Mandarin, Cantonese, and Hokkien. Wow. You should ask her to sing Wang Meng Ti. Anyway, so she performed widely at events, weddings, community, corporate shows. Please check her out on Facebook called Chia-Ling.singer. She does some singing also on the YouTube called Sing Angela. Okay, I think I'm getting it right. Right, please support that. Later we'll flash this again. But last but not least, we have the assistant director. Assistant director is so important. Let's invite Mansha. All right, hi Mansha.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Yeah, my name is Mansha, and I'm the assistant director for this film. And
wear
no,
makeup,
I'm
huh?
not from the entertainment field like all these fantastic people. I come from a business background.
All right, so
Yeah.
Mansha is doing this out of interest or just getting more knowledge into this media space?
Interest and want to learn more. Both.
Okay. Later, we'll get Mansha to share after we screen the film and some of the struggles and also some takeaways. Okay, Mansha.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, now I'm going to introduce my mystery guest. Wow, I got mystery
Wow.
guest now. First time, I'm so
This one,
honored
ah.
when I asked him like so last minute yesterday, and he's like, okay, on. These are like true friend. You ask, they will come. So very honored. He has always been the first person I thought of, but I apologize. I'm such a last minute person. Yeah. Let me quickly introduce. Oh, my wife is calling me. I don't know why. I hope it's not nothing serious. But anyway, let me get. No, actually, I prepared a slide to introduce him, and then I get him in. Okay. So this is none other than Boris Boo. Later I'll get him to come in. So I want to talk a bit about him first. Boris, okay, please, linking up on LinkedIn. He's a season. Okay, let me just read it out. Boris' directorial debut was in 2009. Okay, where he actually co-directed Where God Goes with Jack Neo. And prior to this film, Boris actually conceptualized, scripted multiple sitcoms, short films, variety shows with the broadcast station MediaCorp and also with J-Team. So in actually 2007, Just Follow Law, a film that Boris wrote, was actually nominated for the Best Original Screenplay at the 44 Golden Horse Award.
Wow.
Actually, to be honest, right now, because there's so many new films, now there are 2012, no? Wait, 2021, sorry, 2012, what the hell? 2021, eh? We think about Golden Horse, Yan Yan, Anthony Chen, Ricky Ho. Actually, to think about it, wow, Boris is also, original screenplay at the Golden Horse. Jing Ma is like Chinese Oscar. So honored, today we have a nominated
Yeah.
Golden Horse, screenplay here with us. So he also directed feature films like Aku Tak Bodoh, a Malay remake of I Not Stupid 2, Phua Chu Kang the movie, Greedy Ghost, Filial Party, and in 2017 he directed comedy called Lucky Boy, starring Wei Liang. Okay, so he's also the creative director of Door to Door Pictures. Let's invite Boris.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. Hi, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Wow, Boris 感激感动。
No, it's okay.
你在
Yeah,
你在忙吗？现在在忙
你叫
写剧本吗？
No, I'm
Wow.
resting. Yeah. Resting.
You're resting, Are you feeling any sick?
No. I'm just taking a break from from work because I spent the whole of last year writing, conceptualizing a long form on MediaCorp. So
Yes.
I finished the script around slightly before Chinese New Year, and since then, wrapping up school stuff in Ngee, and then technically really started to idle around to recharge in March lah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to quickly tell us while I screen this thing that you've been working for the past 1 year, all your hard sweat and work? Tell us this film while I'll share the screen.
It's actually a long form drama on 7:30 on Channel 8. It's called Recipe of Life. While everybody remember long form drama in MediaCorp as the very happy, very grassroots kind of heartlander film, this is a little bit different. It's a very dramatic. It's a very over over the top dramatic kind of drama where like you kill me, you kill my father, I rape your mother kind of drama lah. You know those.
Wow, okay, I want to quickly play that trailer for us. Before then, we actually play this film. Everyone's waiting, what? About 30 minutes, haven't played the Gents yet. So now let me share, okay, this, hard work film by the Boris who written it. Okay, I'm gonna go full screen. So this is the trailer to Recipe of Life. Oh wait, it's not. How come it's not sharing? Do you all see it sharing? Actually, it went off. Sorry, my bad. My bad. She's trying to figure it out. Got it. Play. Okay, I'm gonna replay it back. It's a bit soft. Here we go. 无双楼造就了饮食殿堂级的他们，却因纠纷不断而怨恨深重。
我要拿回无双楼的招牌。
拿回无双楼招牌，真的那么重要吗？
恩怨的纠葛也殃及了下一代的幸福。你好学不学去学你小吗？
你是我女儿，你不能再去找她。你不要相信她讲什么鬼话，全部是骗人的。
在酸甜苦辣咸浸泡中的他们，能否重聚再现美食的终极味道？
无双楼是我爸一生的心血，我只是要回属于我的东西。你休想
！Alright.
Wow. What a season 8 A-listers.
Wow, and also, if I'm not wrong, Boris Huang Piren, because of this, actually was something that she make a comeback or something like that, right?
Yeah, she haven't acted in 4 years.
Wow.
So
Huang
I'm
Piren.
very thankful. A lot of top artists involved in this drama, which is also very stressful because you have to balance all their appearance. You cannot let someone have more screen time than someone else. Yeah.
Okay, so this is like what? How many total episodes is this?
Altogether, there's 130.
And all this is written by you.
I'm the story conceptualized. I have a partner. Actually, my sifu lah in script writing. She totally helped me in this. And we came out with the whole story with the help of some writers. So we managed to pull it off. Currently it's showing up to about 102 last Friday.
Yes. No, actually, on Me Watch, you can actually watch until 108 already.
Yeah. On Me Watch, go down 108. But recently there's news that they were going to be at 132 lah. Because the script too long. So
wow.
So in the
Okay.
end, 132. Yeah.
Wow, please, guys, as much as we like to binge watch American TV show, I think it's not just about supporting local, but actually the script writer and all this, the story is actually like what Boris used to say, 洒狗血. Sometimes 洒狗血 story very exciting one.
Yes. 洒了很多桶.
Okay, now without further ado, right? Let me just get everyone on this. I'm going to play the film. For those who are waiting, sorry about that. I've been looking at some comments. I'm going to play the film. And this is the first time my guest, which is Boris, is going to watch it for the first time. Okay? Hi, Shamin. Hi, Jialing. Okay, seeing some of. So echoey. Is it me echoey, Nikki?
I think you're sharing your screen. That's why there's a double sound. Is it? Just now. Now it's fine. Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to play, and I'm going to mute most of you here so that we have a more conducive screening of this film. So now we are playing the Gents. So give me 1 minute. This is the movie we're doing. Before I do that, I just want to give you an idea. This is a logline, a thriller of a 30-year-old white-collar man in desperation to escape a life-threatening event within a constraint of a toilet cubicle. And here we go.
Who's that? Hello, police. Hello, police. Yes, my location is correct. Where? I need you now. Come out now. I have murderers outside my door. Now. No, I'm really very coming. You better come down. I'm staying alive. I'm still here. I think I heard them left already. I dropped my phone. Hello? Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Okay, calm down. Can you please tell us exactly what happened?
Okay, I have no idea what happened.
Can you proceed to
I really
the
don't
main
know.
lobby
Okay, come to the main lobby now. Yeah, okay, I make my way out now. Yes, I'm going out now.
All right. Wow, I still enjoy it after watching it several times. Okay, I just commented there for those who missed the full film. You can always go to this link. Okay, it's under the Two of Us SG. There you can watch it. I hope the link is workable. If not, you can just copy paste. So wow. Okay, let's get where's my banner. My mystery guest, okay? Oh, actually, I forgot to put in this roller here. My apology. My guest reaction. Boris, unmute yourself.
Hello. Yeah, I was watching. No, I was watching. I was using the computer to watch, so it was slightly delayed lah. So I only finished watching now. Yeah.
Oh dear.
The
okay.
the Facebook video is like maybe
Lagging?
30 second delayed telecast.
Oh, okay. Hope I didn't disrupt your viewing. So at least watching it is smooth lah.
Yeah, it was very smooth. No interruption. I mean, unless all the fade to black is technical error lah, but it feels very natural.
All right. Hey, what do you think? Come, your first reaction of this film.
I think the whole film is very smooth, and I'm not sure is it because of Ernest's background. I think there's a lot of beats in the film that were all very suitable for audio, for music and audio to come in to actually heighten the drama of the film lah. A lot of it relied on audio post. But however, I feel that towards the last part, right, when the whole film goes into black and stuff, I think if there's more drama, as in the phone actually fall out of the cubicle and force the protagonist to come out of the cubicle, it will be even more dramatic in a sense. Because I think if it's a real police report, right, usually the police won't ask you to come to the lobby, right? If you tell them you are in great danger, he'll probably be, I mean, if he's not that person himself, right, if he's a real guy in the other cubicle, I don't think he will actually, the police will actually ask him to, you come lobby lah, we wait for you, you come, never mind, it's okay, it's not dangerous one. I don't think police will do that lah. So I thought when you don't have to use your audio to say, hey, I dropped my phone, you just literally let the phone fall out of the cubicle. And then you can still hear the police say, yes, mister, where are you? Are you okay? What? Then, and because he's so scared, he forced himself to come out of this, might be even more dramatic, I feel, towards the end. But the twist is, but I kind of saw the twist coming in the sense I somehow during the water when he tried to spray the water at the that was a very nice shot, but somehow because that is a very dramatic shot, in fact it suddenly it struck me that maybe it's himself doing it. So yeah, so I wasn't really surprised, I'm sorry, but it was, I think many people would be surprised, so I think it's great, yeah. And
wow.
I was a bit it's a very funny dead man face in the end, the one on the floor. Kudos to James.
Yeah, I'm gonna prop I'm gonna ask you performance, gonna ask you in terms of writing, because Boris is so experienced in writing. See, they get feedback from just one person, going through the course, which is me. So it's good that they get some reaction from veteran industrial practitioner like you, Boris. That I see when I told them, I said, I didn't realize it, because maybe I didn't read deep into their script. But later after Boris share, we will not hold his time. Later we'll share more of their some documents that they do in terms of their act structures and things like that. So Boris said about he saw the twist coming. I did not. So kudos to Boris, fantastic. But I also want to ask Boris the next question. What about you think of the performance of James now?
No, I think his performance is fine with what we see here. But I feel that, I mean, it will also tag back to the script where the moment the blood starts coming in, I thought the pressure from outside the cubicle wasn't enough. So it did not go higher. So once the blood is splashed, right, someone has died. But the audio, all the sound, all the noise coming in from outside the cubicle could have been more. Like maybe, let's think what would adulterer do? What will happen to adulterer, if the husband or the boyfriend come rushing in, after they slash him, what's next? Maybe they will chop off his little brother or something. I don't know. So let the drama. I mean, since we're going that way, right? You have this thing. Let it be Let more things happen, so that the person in the room will be so scared. And then when they start banging on the door, I mean, although you want to reflect it back to the real scenario, what will happen if it's the real thing, because by then he should be already dead. So maybe you need to work on things like they are talking about, is there really someone in the next door, for example, so that they actually talk about, throwing things in or smashing the door, kicking the door. I mean, anyway, is you want to mislead the audience. So I think since it's not a very long form film, the twist is probably the end of the film. You could add in more drama before the thing. I mean, at most audience will say, hey, how come like that just now? But the film ended, it's okay. You have conned them already, So
okay.
Rather than now it's because you want to be real and logical after the blood is being slashed. It kind of, that part fell a bit flat after the slashing.
Okay.
But having said all this, I think it's still enjoyable. It's still an enjoyable watch. Don't get me wrong. I'm just, since Ray asked me to comment, I'll just find fault . So
No, actually,
sorry.
no. There's no. Don't sorry. I think it's so good because I think they train under me. They know that I'm very critical on them, so I think they are pretty used to it, lah. So all this,
No lah,
when I
you're
went
always
through.
very encouraging lah, Ray. Don't
No,
laugh. I
no, no.
see
You ask them in actual person. I'm very critical one. So on live stream that I have to act very motivational,
Really?
but no lah. Yeah, fake one. So behind closed door, I take the whip and the cane out one. Anyway, so because of course we also have to understand that because they have a time constraint because the module brief is 3 minutes and then actually they exceeded already, so there are a lot of things they have to cut down, and also they are very smart in terms of using their limitations. It's more like using audio, no other extra actors, so I thought that was kind of brilliant that they did it that way. And also
Very good
like
lah.
what
More slashing lah. Yeah, I was hoping to hear more moles in front, but don't have. Yeah.
Mons yeah lor, I guess whose Mon was it this
I'm sure it's someone here lah. So let's not. Don't make me guess. They all know.
Scarlett is James, doing the pitch shift. You don't know? Yeah, it's not.
I'll be surprised if it's you.
Okay, so let's just open up to the the cast and crew. What you all have any question for Boris or not? Before I don't hold his time up,
No, they hate me already because I criticized their film.
No lah, they won't.
Yeah, Wen. We thank you very much for giving us more pointers. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, actually the morning is from a sound pack.
No wonder not so powerful. Yeah.
I also think so. Organic.
We will redo that part, lah. We'll redo that part. Just the morning scene.
This time around, James will do it.
I'm sure you'll do a good job.
Good. So my audience are joining us. This is their first film, and for a first film, I always thought that it's quite interesting that they went through and that thing. So later, after we let the Boris busy with his stuff, we will share the kind of what you call that, struggles, that kind of hard work they put in. So I think kudos to that because they are actually
really well done. Well done, guys. I think it's one of a very good first film I've seen from people that is not full time, not exactly full time. And some of you are half in already, right? So it's still a great work. Yeah, I think you can still polish it up a bit more. With because most of it is audio post. So if you could polish it a little bit up more, it will even help because the performance is there. I think James has all his performance there. If you all can maybe do some voiceover or what and add it in to add on to the drama outside, I think it will maybe send it in for some competition. Maybe you'll win something. I don't know.
Wow, you heard it from the man itself. But you see, to push Ernest to polish up again. I think they actually, if you don't polish up, but I take Boris' comment, polish up and then send it. Who knows, this might add to your credentials, to your portfolio, to many things. Do send it. Other than putting up now online for people to watch, I think really take Boris' advice. Send it to some competition, some online fest, all this. I think Boris, what kind of fest? Horror? Do you think this is a horror genre, thriller, or comedy? It's mixed.
Yeah, it feels more like a black comedy to me. Is that's why some of the comment, some of the words from the Abeng outside could be a little bit more. Let's go all the way lah. It's not for a broadcast TV. So, and you have really stated there's vulgarity. Then why not you go all the way? People outside, trying to do weird stuff. Yell at him. Go the crude way. That's where he strikes fear into him. It will be logical for the protagonist because he is the adulterer, so he should be more afraid of being punished. So it could be, while he's inside the cubicle as peeping Tom, he's also the adulterer. So he would be afraid of all the so-called punishment that's rendered to his real dead body. So I think you could add on more drama outside the toilet.
So you're saying actually go more lah. That means not just to be conservative, actually even more crude.
let
More
go
sex.
let go, yeah,
Let go. Wow,
And
let
I
go.
think there's a lot of editing point. You can also use your audio post to add on to the beat lah, deng deng dong dang, dong. Because I think James has a very animated performance throughout. So there are a lot of expression wise you can actually add on. Yeah. And then the first part, maybe don't just make it a horror first, lor. At first, when I first watched the trailer, I thought it's going to be a horror. If you want the twist to work, maybe let the horror feel only coming at the end. The front part can be just normal drama music, or even it can be just quiet.
So the
these
music.
are choices lah. These are choices. Like, you don't have to set the audience thinking it's going to be horror. It's going to be horror. So we expect the ghost to be coming, but there's no ghost, ma. So you don't have to set it as a horror genre. It could be, as it goes on. So you take the audience by surprise, like, in a sense. No, this is creative choices. No one way. I'm just saying it as an audience on hindsight. So maybe you all can explore. It's really free and easy. This is no fixed way, right?
Yep, I get it. Yeah, actually, Boris make a point, like setting the tone, you set the audience to feel a certain way. But yeah, all right, good. Very grateful, Boris. Thank you so much. This is
Thank you
so
for sharing
good
a
for
good
them.
film. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Early in the morning was fine for, so yeah.
No, not at all. Actually, they are very grateful, I feel. Are you grateful?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So much for
question.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Boris.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll leave you guys with Ray and carry on with your discussion. I'll go offline first. Right.
Okay. Buy you coffee.
Bye,
Thank you
guys.
so much,
Thank
Boris.
you.
Take care. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Boris.
Wow, you heard from the man. Go, push the envelope a little bit more. All right, so now, what's the next thing I want to do? I think it's the guest, the cast and crew sharing. So, maybe, after all has been said and some of you have watched the film, let's just hear, and I mean, we'll go this order, from Ernest to the cast, James, and the producer and the art director. So, while you are sharing, I will share screen of all the hub we have gone through. So how about we start with you, Ernest? Tell us how you conceptualize it first. What made you want to make this film? That's the first question, right? Like, what came to you and said, I want to make a film in a cubicle. From there, I mean, like, of all places, of all creative concept, how do you come up with this?
Actually, I was bathing when I trying to think of idea for your project. Yeah, then I was thinking, wow, what if I bathe halfway, no water, then I trap inside the bathroom? Yeah, then I want to go out also cannot. Then outside because it happened that our doorknob was spoiled at that time. Yeah, so sometimes our door really cannot open at the cubicles, inside the cubicle. So I thought of everyone went to the cubicle, right? Then what if someone feel really trapped inside? What would the feeling be? So it all started from there.
Oh, okay. So it was just, how am I going to do you talking and then share the screen? How come it's me there? Weird. Just trying to do that, remove. No. Okay, I'm just going to share like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was a trap toilet door that made you, what if you are, is this at home or outside? At home, right?
Yeah, at home. We got no time to go outside when during your module.
Oh yeah, we're doing Zoom session. Yes, now I recall. So that came to you and you decided to write this concept. Okay, and tell us, like, when you're writing it, right? What were some changes that you made because it was based on this being trapped, and then next you start writing it, and then how do you manage to incorporate the adultery or like all these elements?
Yeah, so actually initially my story wasn't that this way, but because of your review and guidance that time, you were saying there's no climax and stuff like that. So I also forgot how I every night just think and change until like that.
So you took the word climax literally.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we are seeing here, we're sharing, the director's treatment, which he writes, he come up with some pictures, how he's envisioned it. So, what kind of reference do you look into? Like films that is related to being trapped and this and that. You want to share?
Yeah, I actually try to search on YouTube. Like I type in the keyword trap in toilet, killing in toilet, or anything. Then I found out that there is a lot of student project doing inside toilet, especially in the I'm not very sure, but like half of them are from the India side one.
Oh, so
Yeah,
most interesting. Okay.
yeah, and their treatment and their story is all relating by saying they see ghosts inside, they are being scared by play a prank by their friends and stuff, so no one really talk about trapped inside toilet within a cubicle. It's always within a toilet scene.
So is it right to say yours is one of the very rare that is trapped inside the cubicle that we can't really find online if I were to try to search it? Am I right?
uh yeah, I think so, cause I was searching is a lot on the whole toilet scene.
Nice. Okay, as we are now seeing, this is actually drew by the director himself, Ernest. Okay, so he drew,
Yeah.
he conceptualized walking to the toilet with the actor and the blood. Tell us a little bit about the nose bleeding. Why suddenly this guy got nose bleed? Leh? Too
Yeah,
heaty, is
I
it?
just yeah, because he adultery too much already.
No, was it a conscious decision that you just because it takes a lot? Later we ask the art director and art assistant, also assistant director, like, wait, what? Like he suddenly start like like bleeding.
Actually, it's because the theme that I'm going for is thriller, so I'm just trying to find more ways to make it towards that thriller feeling.
I see. I think, of course,
Yeah.
because you guys have a lot of limited constraints and resources. See, you wanted the blood to spill from the top, like what Boris actually had mentioned just now. Also, actually, I've been mentioning quite a lot during our course. I think we all have our ideal situation, like really dramatizing it, right? But a lot of things were
Yeah.
holding you all back, lah. Like I told you all, please don't destroy the toilet, that sort of thing, right? You all just went
Yeah.
ahead to make it dramatized. That are the things that people don't might not be able to see. That's why I thought like doing a session like that will help people understand, because a lot of times we see the end product as it is, we don't really understand what went through to actually arrive to the end product. So as you all can see, although I'm like scrolling it like quite quickly, you can see it's quite dramatized in terms of how it was storyboarded. Like the blood was flying across the in between of the cubicle separator sort of thing, and wow, Ernest can really draw.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, we have been talking a lot about visuals, right? Let's talk a little bit about the sound design. So what came to you that you decided and say, okay, I'm going to make this a very sound driven piece? Because I just want to shout out whoever's watching and re-watching this again, that a lot of people underestimate audio, and a lot of people just don't pay too much attention or even work or to emphasize on the sound design. So tell us what came to you and you decided to make a film that is heavily reliant on the audio.
Because from the start I really know that I just want to feature one cast. So the one cast cannot be that there must be, like what you say, there must be drama and action and climax. So the one cast must be playing with someone, or be with something else. Then but I only got James. So I thinking sound can be something to replace a physical person, and I trying to do all the trying to make it as though the pending of left and right can portray like there is really a commotion happening inside the cubicle. But I think I still need quite a lot of work on that point.
Good. So if those who are interested, what is that called again? When you guys pitched the idea to me, it's what a 3D sound, right? I even told you to get this 3DO, all this. What's that thing called?
Yeah.
ASMR. ASMR. You familiar with that
ASMR.
term?
Yeah. Yeah, that one is the food one, is it?
Yeah. No, ASMR is like, basically there's this hardware that's like 2 years, and then it's like almost immersive. You want to give an immersive feel lah. I think that's what I'm trying to say, right? Like from left to right, like we can feel almost like a 3D sound. So for those who are interested, you can try to find out called 3DO. There's this, I think there are multiple kind of manufacturers that can do that. Actually, there's one on YouTube. I don't know if I mentioned that to you during our course. Is the coffee shop? Is it coffee shop? The barber shop. Sorry. Have you all heard the barber shop on YouTube? I didn't tell you, man. Anyway, so there's this YouTube. You go to barber shop, right? You don't see visuals, but you only hear the audio, and you felt like you are there in that barber shop. It's amazing. Okay, so it's part of that sound design thing. But of course, you guys are doing all this by yourself. All this actually need a lot of sound design techniques lah, which our course did not go through. But still kudos to that. Still kudos to that. Okay, cool. How about my one last question to you before I go to the rest of the teammates? What's your struggle when putting on the director's cap? Because right now you are putting on the writer's hat, you see. You have the concept. So how about you being a director on set, directing James, and also getting your vision to life? Tell us a little bit more.
The struggle, I'm lucky to have James because James is very self-driven. So I just need to tell him to read beforehand the script, and later he will share more about his struggle. So as a director, the first thing I went in, the first struggle is the venue that we book is not open. So we the whole team is shocked already because but we managed to quickly solve it, and then so we need to the director, for me, I need to calm everyone down already because that's the first scary thing already. Like early in the morning, the key not available to open and stuff like that. Then when we go in, I already have an idea that my storyboarding, the drawing is everything opposite side already. Because my drawing is on the left, but the wall is on the right, something like that. Then the blood is also another big struggle because the blood, we want it to really magnifying, showing the scary splash and stuff. But in the end, we try our best, but it's just a bit only. And sometimes we try to throw it very hard, and it really hit the ceiling. So that was the time where we all, oh no, how are we going to clear the ceiling blood? But lucky it's not a lot lah. So James is very tall, so he managed to climb on top and just wipe it off. And the struggle mostly is on rushing the time also. But I think Mansha did a very great job. So later we can let her share also. And most of my struggle come after that during post-production, where I need to edit, and the sound was something I thought I'm very used to doing, but I also learned from that film is something very different from music. If I produce music, it's quite straightforward, but film actually make me really really respect like the full-time director like you and Boris, and they really need to visualize what they really want first. If they don't visualize, like for me, I'm lucky that I always think too much, so I visualize everything first. So my flow is actually quite smooth because everything is in my head already. But I also need to change and react on the spot, lor. That's the whole struggle, lah.
Wow, that's so on point. You mentioned that you might have a vision, but you have to be also flexible because there's limitations. You just can't be like, throwing tantrum and say, I want this, I don't care, producer, get it for me. And then things don't move, right? As much as, unless you are a big shot director, let's say you are even Zack Snyder, is like the big talking point right now. He might not still get what he wants all the time, right? So I think this is something. If you are a commercial director, of course you're doing your art house, your own things. You can do whatever you want. But if you just can't get the location, there's nothing you can do. You have to improvise and be flexible, isn't it? So
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that. And also, I think I just want to add on before I move to the next one, which is how come no your name are not appearing? Oh, now it's appearing. To what Ernest had mentioned, I think a lot of people did not hear it. That actually, maybe the wife later Choi Ting will add on that Ernest put in so much hard work. Later I let Choi add on to that. I won't say. Okay, so now let's get to the man of the hour here, which is James, the actor. All right, James, your turn. Tell
Hi,
us.
Ray.
Hello.
Wow. Actually, life is very funny one, because I think that day you asked us to come up with our ideas, right? Then we're going to present it on a certain day, and then you will choose some of the based on what they write, the log lines and what the idea is, then you will pick the movie, right? So I think I was actually absent on that day. And then I gave Shirley a call and I asked her, hey, do you require any help in your team? Then I think they were doing a detective movie or something like that, right? And I was about to tell her that I'm in already. I think Melissa was the director or producer. So I went in and I said, okay, I'm in. And then later Shirley say, hey, no. Ernest is also doing another one. I think it's about trapped in the toilet one. So at that moment in time, I thought it was a comedy, And then I had a very different feeling of what the film was all about. So I jumped in and I told Ernest, I want to be in your show. I want to be in a comedy. But at that moment in time, I didn't know that he was actually thinking of a thriller. So there was ding dong, ping pong, ping pong. Then later, I eventually went with Ernest group. So even before I met him, I still thought it was a comedy, Then Ernest told me, hey, we secured an actor already, but you know what? We're going to do an audition. So I was going to the audition thinking it's going to be a comedy. And then he told me it's going to be a horror thriller. So everything changed, right? I couldn't do my research on how to, because in my mind, I thought it's going to be a comedy. I was ready to suggest my idea is like a man who went to the toilet, then the toilet trap, then everything goes wrong. Then 很好笑咯, a lot of comedy elements. so everything was changed, and then in the end, this came out, and I'm glad it turned out well, because it allowed me to explore other parts of emotions that I not used to doing, because I'm always making fun of myself, others, 搞笑 one嘛. So it's a very good change, And then I always remember that part where this guy, he put us all into one Zoom room, and then suddenly just give me 10 seconds and ask me to jump from level 1 of fear to level 10.
Who's
that was crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, who was that guy? I can't remember. Ray. Ray was Ray. and then I smashed my keyboard, and some of the keys went out because I was trying to act all flustered, 慌张,
Yeah.
And, it was very good memories, and that training, I guess, brought out the best in me in the toilet.
Fantastic. Okay, I want to dig a little bit and also maybe stir some. So you mentioned that you didn't expect it to be a horror thriller, and then you thought it was comedy, because your line of work as a host and a presenter, right, is that you always you mentioned you make fun of yourself, you make fun of some of your guests, to make a whole very light-hearted thing. So what's your relationship working with this director Ernest? And what was something that haven't been said? You can say it now.
Working with musicians is always very different, because Ernest especially, he's born in a way that he's very gray area one. That means he can go in and out of boundaries very well, because they're highly creative. We're not talking about a musician who just set foot the first few days or first few months in the career. We're talking about quite an established musician who has wrote songs and dare to explore boundaries. So every idea I throw at him, he'll be like, okay, can try. Okay, can try. So it's very accommodative, and that suits my personality a lot, because I like to try new stuff. I like to try this and see what the effect is. So he's been very accommodative. So all of us, we're doing this for the first time. We have really no expectations. So we went in and then we explore. And then if you ask me about things that audience will not know about him, I think not much, because he's a person who, as you see, he is what he is. I mean, he doesn't hide his emotions. He feels that way. You can tell immediately on his face. So nothing much. Any salty gossips about him don't have also.
So you say he's very accommodative. When you mentioned he's very accommodative, was he
Mm.
also pushing you like how this bugger who put you in a Zoom room and forced you to react? Was he pushing you to get a certain thing or like a performance? Because you all mentioned something about during that whole shooting, you actually injured yourself. Tell us a little bit more on that when you hit your head and things like that.
Oh yeah. So I mean, every toilet there's this toilet roll churner, right? But so that one wasn't made of plastic, it was made of metal. So the edges there were supposed to tear the toilet paper. I think I moved too fast and I hit my head. So it was bloody painful. So immediately after it was during a shot where it was captured. So I hit my head and then I was in pain. I was like, Then he was still filming, but immediately he threw that camera away and then he said, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And then immediately I asked him, "Hey, did you capture that shot?" Because that pain element was what required in that shot, you see. So he was more he was more compassionate rather than taking the shot and making yeah, it was about here. You see that metal thing there where I hit my head. I think if you do it again, he will probably won't have so much compassion. He will just probably just bam. It was actually a big knock, So I had some scarring there for a few days. Yeah, but he was very compassionate. He was very compassionate. He threw the camera and asked me, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" But in my heart, I was thinking, "Oh, why didn't I take that shot? The shot was so real." I mean, how many actors were actually going to purposely hit the head on the thing? I mean, it was an accident for me. It was very funny.
So you were very in character, and of course, the director is so compassionate. Of course, this was his first. In the future, I mean,
He
like,
wouldn't
you
care
can't.
anymore.
No, not true. What if he didn't care? And then just like there was a scene where Leonardo DiCaprio was what's that Tarantino film? Suddenly I forgot.
Yeah.
Not Inglourious
The one
Bastard.
with
The one is
Chris-
the Hateful Eight, right? So he actually crushed, and then his hand was bleeding because of the glass cut his hand, and he went on. It was real blood, and it was like the sacrifice was worth it because it was such a adrenaline scene. The blood, everything was real. Imagine if you start bleeding, it wouldn't be a kidding thing. Now, of course, this is just a student film, right? Yeah. Of course, now we know because of this session, James actually accidentally hit himself at the back of his head with this very sharp, solid metal thing that you put your toilet roll. And then the director was so compassionate to just like, "Hey, are you okay or not?" If I were to do it, I would not have interrupted. I'm maybe more cold-blooded.
No lah, you won't.
Okay, so when acting it, what's the most difficult thing to prepare this role? Your last question.
Well, actually, it was supposed to be a comedy for me. So I mean, so when I went in knowing it was horror, I had to quickly go and really read up how all the other actors act fear. So from what I realized, you cannot just ask yourself to be fearful. It's suddenly telling yourself to act fearful. That's not going to work out, because in real life, if you're scared, you'll keep telling yourself to, "Hey, calm down, calm down, calm down." So you need that element. So for the entire filming, I was asking myself to do a level 8, level 9 kind of fear. But in the middle of it, I was also asking myself to calm down. So because when you tell yourself to calm down, it will never work well. The more you tell yourself to calm down, the more fearful you will be. Like for me, so I'll keep asking myself to calm down, to calm down. Then I'll let the fear build up. So that's how I managed to act out some of the parts in that show.
Okay, so that's how you actually kept yourself at the edge of the whole moment to keep yourself. What was the hype? Not hype, but nervous or almost breakdown.
That peak, the edge lah. Yeah, correct.
Okay, how about last? Because I'm gonna ask the next, which is actually next that art director, blood. So working on the blood, was there anything that you want to share? I don't know, man. Because as actor, when they work with blood, sometimes I don't know what they actually feel, because I had never worked with blood as an actor before.
It actually feels like cold milk on your face or on your body. Actually, at the moment in time, we were going all out already. We didn't care how much blood was there inside or outside our body. We just didn't want to damage the place, because we had to back so hard to get the place to film. We didn't want any blood to be on areas that we cannot clean, then make a mess. Then, so when it comes to blood, actually, Jia Ling will know more, because for blood, if you don't use it for some time, you put it in a cup, it will coagulate. You become a jelly that is very unrealistic. So we got time constraints. We got the place time constraint as well. We got our acting. We had the queue list that we had to follow. So it was quite stressful. Wow, we nearly want to use our own blood, man. How honest. I'll try.
You can say about the pouring one, the funny one.
Oh yeah. We wanted to create the effect under the door where you see. So that one we left till the last part because we just ran out of time. We put a bucket of blood there about to pour already. Everyone was very scared to throw because that was the last stock already. We messed that up. We're gone already, you know. So I said, never mind, I do it, I try. So I took that thing. I was about to, agar the blood so that it has a flowing effect. So I already tested out many times. 1, 2, 3. Then I fling the thing, the whole thing, plop, coagulated already. so we couldn't record that.
Actually, it would have been the real thing, right? If not, some of you might have
Yeah.
guessed it, some of the parts. So you see, all this we don't know until we hear it from the team itself. So important, right? Everything. That's why, I always say have backup. And of course, if you guys have time and the budget and the resources, you say, okay, let's just wait. Let's just do a new bucket of blood again, right? Then, of course, if you have those luxury and resources, sometimes you don't, right? So James, thanks for sharing, all how you prepare yourself. Now that we hear, wow, there's so many elements of stress. Your job is to act, but yet you were actually thinking about all these restrictions, the blood, the time, the locations, etc., so that you kept it, on point as a character. So kudos to that. Really, I think for anyone's, it's watching this, be it aspiring actors, sometimes it's good to know all these limitations, and then how do you put yourself in the role and to perform. If everyone do their job well, everything will run smoother, isn't it? So now, let's, finally, usually producer will start to talk. But today, I get the director, the actor. Let's invite Choi Ting, the producer of this film.
Hello.
Okay, first
Yes.
question.
Hi.
Let me guide you a bit. What was the
Okay.
the most difficult thing about this film that you have to produce in terms of manage?
The very first issue that we came across was definitely the venue. So, it's supposed to be the producer's job to go and secure a venue, but I'm very thankful that the whole team actually just jumped into this and try to find a solution. So everybody put in our part to try to secure a venue. So in the end, thankfully, we really got a venue to actually provide us like the whole day, not really the whole day lah, maybe like about 8 hours of shooting. So we are very blessed. that
Tell
we
us,
find-
what do you had to go through mentally as a producer? How long were you out of the location? Like, you must be a period of time where you have no location and yet you have to shoot it. So was there any of this anxiety going on? The entire team, oh no, we still cannot get location, etc. thing. You want to share with us?
Yeah, actually, it went on for quite some time because actually I'm supposed to come up with the scheduling. So it already kind of like exceeded the deadline. Like we told ourselves, okay, within this week we need to secure a venue. So we keep trying to email the management of different buildings, and kind of like tell ourselves that, okay, let's just give it a shot. We don't know if they are going to let us use their venue, but just give it a shot. So that period was really very nerve-wracking. Like, are we going to get a venue? No venue, cannot shoot. So yeah, everybody chipped in, and finally it was solved, like this issue.
So quickly, I see all the hard work from producer. I have to plan all the scheduling. Wow, you see, hopefully after we do this, we don't need to show anymore. So you work backwards. And okay, tell us, I think this is a burning question. Some even might want to ask. How do you manage to convince the management? Because I think I told this group that, wow, the last time I did 2 toilet shoot, right? And we didn't get permit. We actually went ahead and sorry, I cannot say this live. Anyway, so how do you manage to convince the management to allow you to shoot in the toilet? Did you tell them there was blood going on? How do you manage to convince them? This is the burning question. Let's go.
Okay, so we asked around. Most of them rejected us, and then finally, it was actually Ernest's contact. He happened to see his Facebook post, and he was like more than happy to actually let us use his venue. So we were really ecstatic, like, wow, finally somebody is like just 拿去用咯，just use lah, So we were so surprised, like wow, it's like it's just through a Facebook post, and he's so willing to help us, knowing that this is our first time filming and this a student project, and we couldn't secure a venue. We were like very desperate already, and he just lent us a helping hand. Like never really asked for much, never asked anything, just like let us use it. So yeah, very thankful.
So, okay, just to refresh and recap, you said it was because Ernest posted online on Facebook asking I need a location, and
Yep.
someone reply and say, hey, I got this toilet location, just used it. Am I right?
Yep,
Uh,
that's
so it
right.
never hurts to ask, never hurts to try, put it out on your social media, someone might know someone, and that help
Correct.
might come, right? I think a lot of
Yes.
times, I think as filmmakers, we tend to like paise, just ask some close friends. But if you don't put it out, it's hard for you to get some help outside your your circle of friends, maybe. So wow, so lucky, cause I remember it was time where I was very worried for you as well. Yeah, that was so
Yeah.
close the shooting date. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
always do good thing first, because it's by luck. The person say we helped him before, so he helped us back.
Wow, what goes around comes around. So do more good deeds
Yeah.
lah. So the thing will come back lah. True, true. Okay, still on producer, I cannot let you go so quickly. I got another question for you. Wow, today more of me asking question. You should be sharing. So, other than location is your biggest thing that you need to overcome to get the shoot going. How about managing your team? Of course, you are like a family, easy to manage. Some groups are not like that. Most teams sure will have some, disagreement. Did that
Yes.
happen in your group? Please share.
Oh my god, I tell you, nothing happened.
Yeah, so boring.
Because you see, I mean, apart from me and others, we are like family, husband and wife. We also know others. I mean, we are in this kind of the same industry. Same likewise for Jialing. And Mansha, she is so nice, so accommodative, and we just work very well together. Like if there is any feedback, we just shoot it out. We try to solve it together as a team, and then we ask for feedback and all this stuff. So everything was very peaceful. Yeah.
Okay, well, a long live stream. I want to end soon already. 1 hour plus already. Actually, I want to keep it 1 hour. They're all dry throat already. Okay,
Yeah.
still got 2 more. Sorry, I still want to finish it with. So you mentioned everyone was accommodative, but you see,
Yeah.
when we're talking about creative, usually creativity, there must be some part of Ernest saying, "But I really want this," or is it because Ernest was just too accommodative that because you see, husband and wife, I quarrel a lot with my wife that sometimes I want this, she might not agree. Is it what? Can you share with us? Maybe share with me so I can learn from you. What is that secret? What's that secret?
The secret,
Just shut up.
not so aggressive. Okay, so because I've already seen how Ernest worked so hard for the script, he also like in terms of like even the post editing and everything, he worked really hard. So I know that his mind, everything is already into this project. So what I can really do as a producer is really to support him as much as I can. Don't add to his stress already. Yeah, so 端茶, pour water for him.
So you are saying if someone is stressed, or like someone disagree with you, instead of going feast to feast, fire with fire, you want to actually show more love and concern. That will help, isn't it?
Yep,
Okay.
correct.
So I hope my future students are gonna tell them, okay, before you all go for your shoot, watch this live stream, this whole video. Okay, producer, please show more love and concern to every of your teammates. It might help. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I hope James felt the love also, and also Mansha and Charling. Okay. As much as I like to dig some dirt here and there, tell us one last one, because this was a question that was asked but did not address. How much hard work did Ernest went through? You said that just now. Tell us a little
Yeah.
bit more. Then we'll move on.
Wow. So, I mean, him being a creative person, he actually have all the ideas in his mind. So, he was like really happy with this idea that came up from himself. So as time goes by, as more learnings, you actually gave him more tips how to make this a better one. So he really took it like and actually want to make it better. So like he will spend long hours like eating, he also think about it, doing other things, he will also think about it, trying to generate some like better ideas to actually strengthen his whole entire film. So sometimes he actually go past midnight, like 2 3 a.m., 4 a.m., still working on it, especially during the the post production, like he still have to he keep going at an extra mile lah to actually make it better.
Wow, okay. I want to see whether got tears or not. Like bring back all these bad memories of like Ray making you all burn all the midnight oils. I wanted to like see whether wow. Okay, so if you can clock a timer, really, I want to know. You go through like so much, but if you can clock a time, how much time do you actually put into this? You can clock because Ernest might forget the hours he spent. Would you say that Ernest, how much time? Tell people. People think filming easy, record. How much time do you actually do all this?
This was the most time-intensive module, right? Actually, of the entire course.
Not just module lah, but how about the time you put into like Ernest got burn how many 5 nights midnight oil,
Wow.
didn't sleep. Like if you can put a time from start to shoot, what's the duration? Give people an idea to make a film like that.
I didn't really calculate. I mean, the shooting itself was already 8 hours. The post editing, I think he did it for days. So how many hours? I really can't tell.
Yeah, anyone can chip in here. From total, how many months? Was that months? Like from conceptualize to pre-production to. Actually, your calendar just now got 2 pages only, 2 months. I felt it was longer than that.
Yeah, it was I think less than 1 month.
Sure, no, walao. Then people think, 1 month can do a film. Actually, you see, YouTubers are so good; they can do a film within a week. So I think we're losing out. We're thinking like, hey, we're gonna make a quality film, but we're spending so much time on the pre-production, the development, and all this. Do you all see? Or this is like an open question to the five of you, that do we actually need that much time to prepare to shoot, or should we just like shoot with the flow? What's your thought, Ernest, James, Charling, and Mansha? Was it all worth it?
Yeah, Mansha want to say something?
I mean, the shoot doesn't take long. It's basically the pre-production which takes a lot of time. So I think Ernest has put in quite a bit of effort there.
Okay. So you felt that the shoot itself is just a day's time, right? But it was the
Yeah.
pre-production. But you see, right now we need to understand that if you want to really succeed in putting out there to show up, to create content, you have speed is so important. But then the thing that I preach and the thing that filmmaker preach is like, oh, you have to spend time on development. But that's why some places they don't spend too much time on development. The film comes out a little bit here and there, not as strong. So Mansa, I want to ask you this question. Do you feel, okay, this is like, not, you don't have to tell me just your personal perspective. Do you feel that actually we don't need to spend so much time now? We should have just cut short the time and shoot it? Or do you think the time spent is worth it?
The time spent is worth it. It just makes it very easy on the day itself. When you know which shot to take, how long to take. You're kind of more prepared, and it just saves more time on the day itself.
Cool. That's actually a good question to actually plot you in. Last, I'll go to Jia Ling since now we're on Mansha. I'm going to share the course sheet that Mansha did. Okay. So this is what Mansha did in terms of you saying, that you plan how many hours you need to take. So tell us a little bit. You as being the assistant director, how do you assist to make the shoot so smooth?
We just need to make sure all the times are correct. It's just an estimate because for doing this for the first time, it was just an estimate. But again, like I was told, you're being very optimistic. I had to be optimistic because we only had 1 day. Nobody wanted to come back again to do the cleaning and all that.
I think you meant pessimistic or optimistic.
Optimistic. I was told I'm being optimistic.
You're too optimistic.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually, producers like myself, when I produce, I tend to be very pessimistic and say, okay, we know we might be chased out at the middle of the shoot, so I think we should plan for the worst,
No,
because sorry, you were saying?
we were just keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah. You all have in good faith lah, so everything worked out really smooth for you all. Good, good, good. So, Mensha, one last question, if you can help us out. What is the biggest struggle as an assistant director, either on set or pre-production? What was your biggest struggle?
I mean, definitely organizing the script in according to how the director had visioned it, and plus keeping in mind all the sequence of the scenes. Like with James had blood on it, so we just had to make sure everything was in order, so we don't have to like wash him up and again give him a clean shirt. So we just had to make sure everything was in the right sequence.
Okay, so can you elaborate a little bit more? So that means if you plan to have him blood and then wash him, what do you mean by that?
So we wanted to start off with him as a very clean with the clean shirt, and we didn't have to like, as he's all well dressed and all that, and then slowly as the blood was just being added on, we wanted to shoot in that sequence.
So you're saying that we don't, because is it because you have wardrobe limitations? You don't have a second set?
We had a second one, but then we just didn't want to mess it up, and cleaning up the blood was a bit difficult as well.
So it's actually more for time.
More for time, just to save time,
Nice. So by having a good preparation will help you save time.
Yes.
Good. So that means you are saying you are shooting it in a non-chronological order, right?
Yeah.
So would that actually disrupt James' performance? James is like, so this scene, am I doing this or am I doing that? Would James, you want to jump in and say, has this disrupted your performance?
So yeah, I think it has, because there's no logic where some of the parts are not linked together via time. But having a good understanding of the whole script, and then you just got to isolate your emotions, or you got to isolate the feel at that moment in time. That will make it a bit easier.
Okay, so you know the script at the back of your hand, so it helped when someone said we're doing scene 5 shot 3, or what's this about? Okay, so Mensha was very helpful in terms of telling you this is the scene we're doing, so it's very easy for you to jump into the moment. Are you saying that?
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just like pressing everything I can see on StreamYard. like swapping around different views, loving it, just like a mixer. Anyway, thanks Mensha, thanks James. Let's last but not least, Chia Ling, the art director. I'm going to share some screen now. Let's invite Chia Ling. Wow, a film I always say is a film will look good not because they use Alexa, they use an expensive camera. A film will look good is when the art direction is good. So Chia Ling, tell us more about when you received this brief, the script, the theme, what was going through your head.
Okay, so basically, first, our producer Choi has mentioned about the toilet. So I think my biggest consideration is the toilet and the blood also. Okay, so because like what Mansha also has shared is like once the blood come in, the time of cleaning or reset everything will take a lot of time. So yeah, so these are two worries for me. And then the first one also, what I mentioned is the props also, because we got a very, very limited time, a very constrained calendar. So once actually Ernest has been starting on his storyboard, right? So I have already like looking out for the blood already, because that was the time after the Halloween. So it was a very difficult time for us to source for the fake blood. So, but very fortunate and lucky that we found it on the platform. And then then we just started on like talking about the makeup, like because James' face is very handsome, then we don't want to destroy his face, so we asked him to put on some makeup or his own foundation, and then ask him to prepare like 2 white shirt, all this, so and then like maybe the like what you shared just now, the hues, all these, so it's all like consistent to what Ernest had shared in his storyboard. And then actually when he drew the storyboard, we also like talking about the bidet, the bidet also. All these, we all like discuss over the Zoom, is it workable? And then, and he shot that the slow motion of the water, how we going to shoot that shot also, like the cling wrap, all the props lah, and the toilet roll also. So all these take time for me, and then and we need to like recce the place also very, very, very important, because we need to test the blood on the floor, that maybe is it very difficult to clean after the shoot. So but luckily the floor tiles are very easy to wipe off the blood also. So, and then like what James just now mentioned also, the blood, actually the last scene is coagulate after sometimes, because we put the blood in the bucket and settle it at the side. Then after that we just try, but it doesn't work lah in the end. So everything with blood is quite difficult for me. So this is a very challenge task.
Right. I think a lot of people might not understand is also that the kind of hard work that you do in testing. Tell us a little bit, like, did you do any testing before you go for a shoot? Or like just going to buy some Halloween blood, we go there, we just start splashing it, or what? Tell us a little bit more. Did you actually do those preparations?
Yes. And then this one I also like need to share the credits with Mansha also, because we did both, like on the hand and on the shirt and on the newspaper, like how it spray in on the wall, and then we just like take the video and then let Ernest and all the team to see the spray effect. But because the blood was with Mansha, so at my side I used the chocolate milk to do, and then like what you advise us during the class, like using the straw lah, like using the mouth of straw to like spray it out on the wall, all this, and then the water spray as well. And the water droplet also, like in a scene that the blood coming out from the nosebleed is actually from the water droplet lah. So all this we need to think of a way to create the effect on the screen.
Nice. So there was little rooms for assumption, right? Just we're gonna assume on the day itself it's gonna work well. So it's not. You guys actually prepare everything. Good. So okay. Because art is so important. How about like when what was that thing that you tried to overcome in terms of, if let's say initially the last prop was using a bleach spray. So then was this on the set change thing from the director? And then it's like sometimes, because a lot of times on set, directors might feel for something, hey, let's do this. And then but the art director don't have that thing. Did that somehow happen?
Actually, not really. Actually, we came very full prepared. Like a lot of us, like James also bring a lot of things. Then I actually prepare my props and all the things according to Mansha call sheet. And then like when James is like shooting for these scenes, I already like prepare the props for the next scene already. So it makes all the shooting works like smooth, all this. So on that day, although we got like a location limitation, all this, but Ernest is like what we mentioned, he is very accommodative lah. So he don't have any like nasty or on the spot like change anything.
No unreasonable demand. Like,
no,
hey, can
no,
I have
no.
this? Because
No,
creative
no,
people
no.
for me sometimes say, hey, can I have this? But then of course you did not prepare, right? So this is something that people don't understand from art department's perspective. You suddenly say one this, how am I going to prepare? I'm going to give birth to something for you to use. But directors are like that on set, and they'll say, can we have a blue shirt? Then where you going to get a blue shirt? But I just felt like no feeling for the white shirt. You know, sometimes can be like that. Can we change the light bulb? Oh, light bulb is not art department. But okay, my next question is that, you know, you guys are so responsible in terms of like, of course, I got tell you all lah, don't mess up the location. Tell us a little bit about cleaning. People would think that art is just, oh, putting some prop lah, making up lah, like not making up, sorry, like makeups, hairdo, making sure. But of course, those are makeup department. But for your project, you have to do so many things. Tell us a bit about your cleaning. Like, what are some top process of your thinking about cleaning up and things like that?
Oh, we really we really bought the kitchen towel to clean out the whole place. And then, yeah, we bring a lot of newspaper just in case, like, you know, like the spraying on the door, then we like overlay the newspaper on the floor first. But like what Ernest just mentioned, we accidentally like spray a bit on the ceiling, and luckily we got James to help to reach out to the ceiling and wipe off. And then the cleaning part, and thanks to the location the tiles is very easily to wipe off, and then we can clean away the blood with the water also. Yeah, the bidet, the bidet spray also. Yeah. So
but this you actually try it before your shoot, isn't it?
Yes, I try it before my shoot also, like on my hand, because we will spray the blood on James' face as well. So we already prepare all the like makeup remover for him also. So yeah, so we try a lot like on the skin. The cleaning part for us is not that really difficult. If let's say the blood don't stay too long on the skin yeah.
Okay,
So luckily
good.
still okay. Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a good guide. So anytime anyone wants to talk about blood, I'll just go and I won't talk already. Go and listen to this video. And yes, you know, have all the preparations before you deal with blood, because blood does destroy your wardrobe, your shoes, you know, all this. Unless you are prepared to say, okay, we're gonna just throw all this away. Then, you know, play with some hardcore blood. But you guys tried it. At least you are not destroying James' shirt or things like that, right? It's all washable because you guys try it. Good. All right. You know, sorry to make you all talk like, you know, I mean, I have you all graduated from my batch already, but still I come make you all come back to talk. Now, I still have to end off lah. End off. We are gonna be a Q&A. You know, thanks for the 18 people who are still staying with us. That's the friends. Most probably all your friends here. Okay. Still would like to open up a question if anyone had a question. But of course, you know, I forget. StreamYard can do all this. Yeah, I never do all this. Forgot. Next time I will learn. Okay. So it's just that, you know, people are talking. We can see those comments and we can all see. Okay. Reminds me of 唐心风暴. 唐心风暴. What's that movie, man? A Hong Kong film, I think. Okay. So yeah, just now you know, Sharon was saying right chemistry, right talents. Don't know why this Jing Ye Xi, don't know what. Chinese or Japanese? You mean the film or the guy? No, the guy Jina, Chinese. Okay. So yes, Sharon said, I heard you received the blood just in time before the shoot starts. Stress. Okay, because they were buying. I didn't know after Halloween they hide all the blood. Why would they hide all the blood? Okay, so thanks everyone for tuning in. You got no questions, then you know, we might want to end it off, and just so happy that we finally done this. Anyone who wants to add?
Can I add something?
Yes, please.
Just a very quick one. I think this film wouldn't have happened if not for just two reasons. One is COVID, and the other one is definitely Ray Ray Pang. So Ray, you are like a sun ray that really shines light on wherever you go. You know, really to all the students out there. So for those of you who are about to enter this class, it's all going to be worth it. It's all going to be worth it. You know, you will only see it closer to the end, but then you will enjoy it. You will enjoy the sun ray, even now it's thunderstorm outside. But really,
yeah, man, it's like
you're gonna love it, You know. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you so much for the kind words. I think it's good to warn them. Warn, WARN, warn them, and not make them look like, oh, it's all sun and rain, man. Lucky you said you can only see it at the end. James said that, please I quote, you can only see it at the end. Then you realize, oh, the sun ray, hopefully. But in between, you guys are going to be go through a very intense time. So it is like that. Yeah, I even have a slide that I didn't show just now. But anyway, this is gonna be. I hope I do this regularly. I think students put in their heart and soul and effort into it. I hope I will do more to showcase. And for those who are tuning in, some are your classmates here. I'm yet to contact them. I would love to get them onto this show. I'll call it like a student film showcase show, that hopefully we get the films out. And of course, for those who missed the film, okay, we screen it at about 30 minutes mark of the live stream. I didn't expect to go like so long right now. It's in the comments. I will. How do I make the comment? One minute now. I just gonna find the comment. It's here. Okay, it's under the comments. Please find it later. I might pin it up. The YouTube link to watch the full film. It's going to be on the Two of Us channel. And lastly, before I end this, I want to do a last plug. Like, do follow these guys. Musicians and presenters, and they are looking not just looking for collaborations, but also for you to hire these guys. Let me just take away that banner. 1 minute. How do I hide? Wait, the comments. How do I hide it? 1 minute. Okay, gone. So it's going to be on the YouTube user/Two of Us SG. You can find the film there, and tons of live performance from the duo, which is the husband and wife, Choi and Ernest. Okay, they will be getting James to sing as well in one of the sessions. So please let us know when it happens. And of course, let's just go down. Since we're talking about James is an MC. Please contact him. There's the website. You can look at it, all his portfolio and his credentials. Okay, so of course, other than a host, he is actually a singer as well. So now you can tell from this film, he can act too. So any casting director, if you want to give James a try, please. James can act now. From a funny guy, he thinks he is a funny guy, but he can go quite intense as well, right? So it's all about, of course, he's good looking. Look at him. Good looking man. Now, next, of course, Chia-Ling, another fellow musician here, been starting performing since the age of 18. She's very versatile in different languages, from English, Mandarin, Cantonese, and even Hokkien. Right? If you need her to perform live right now, even if it's not a physical live performance, Choi, Ernest, and Chia-Ling can do that. So please check out on their social media. They have been performing since the COVID till now, through live. Right? So, of course, just a side one, if you guys need any accountancy services, Chia-Ling can do that as well. I think that's her practice. I think some simple bookkeeping or anything, please contact her if you need. Okay? And, of course, Mensha, really enjoy having you here with us. Mensha, you are a semi-retiree and you're still so accommodative and, supportive to this team. I think they are very fortunate to have you, to have someone who's obviously more experienced and more wise than some of these guys, even myself. So thanks. When there's some people, I just want to say, not for the sake of being saying, some people with certain age, they think they know everything. They want to take control and say, you listen to me, I know better than you do. But thanks for showing that patience and supportive to this bunch of wonderful kids. Not kids lah, but to you kids lah, huh? To me, not kids lah. Well, I didn't know Ernest. Today got surprised. He was the singer and the writer of the day's theme song, which I really like that song. Well, I didn't know. Okay, so let me just share everyone's faces. How do I do that? Okay, so thanks guys for joining. Thanks to put you guys to near 2 hours of show. I'm glad it happened. And that's it for us. How do I end this? Is there a comment last part? Applause to all from Hobby Kakis. Thank you, Hobby Kakis, for joining. Thank you for sharing all the kind words here. So, thanks Sharon. Well, I see. I just not never do this function. Now keep doing this function. Okay, anyway. I'm glad I did this. So happy.
Yeah.
All right. Signing off. Hopefully I'll do more of this. Take care, guys. Any last words? No, then we say bye-bye. Thank you. Have your lunch.
Ray.
Sorry.
Thank you, Ray. Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
We catch up. Bye-bye. Hey, what's that? No, that's part of the film. That's part of the film. I think it was James who did that. Okay, anyway. Ending got this. Hey, don't scare me, lah. James, did you do that? No? What's that morning thing? Okay, go watch the film. Oh dear, Scar, this one get flagged and then cannot because of last part. Okay, take care,
Catch
guys.
James, catch James.
Catch James, yeah, okay. Take care, guys. Hey. Oh no. Okay, take care. Ending off. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.